Hey guys, this is Arkel here, and I apologize for not making a video for a while. That was definitely not my intention, but I just got caught up in some things, and also, you know, I sleep during the day usually, so lighting is always terrible. Right now it's like super early in the morning and it's really overcast, but I'm like, I have to make a video, I have so many things to talk about. Anyway, so I do apologize ahead of time, and I'm probably just going to ramble a lot in this video, so you don't have to watch if you don't want to. But it's just been a while and I really want to talk about dollies and just update you guys on things. I really like making doll related videos and talking to you guys. It's really awesome. But anyway, so I have a lot of things that I want to go ahead and mention and talk about. And the first of which you guys can probably see right here is that I did a face up for my Zoom Centaur over here, which is I can't, this guy. Oh man, I'm like trying to point over my light and everything. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but yeah, so I finally did a face up for him. And again, I'm not probably going to be saying his name very much since it's kind of difficult for me to say. But I did his face up, and it's not quite what I want it to be, I don't think. I did one previously to this one, and that one was really bad. Like, I'm really bad at judging face-ups, like, until I actually finish them entirely. Like, you know, put the eyelashes in, put the wig on, all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of when it's like either a yes or a no for me. It's really hard for me to tell, like, midway if, you know, if it's gonna be terrible or not. But yeah, so I finished his face-up for the first time and I was like, nope! So I pretty much immediately wiped it off after I had done everything for it. And it was just too detailed, which sounds kind of strange, but like, I think I just put like too much stuff going on and it didn't quite work for him. Since he's very, like, obviously you can tell that I did his face up in just black and white. And he's very like monochrome, so there's no any like hints of color or anything like that should be there, except for a little bit of blue. But that's very minimal. And so yeah, I was kind of thinking like exactly how I wanted to do his face up, and it just, I think it's not exactly what I want right now, but it's definitely closer than it was before, and I'm glad I didn't show you guys that because it was terrible. But yeah, I think it's not quite there yet. I want him to be a bit more smug looking and a bit more, I don't know what the word is, like dapper is the best word to describe him. He's supposed to have a really sort of like dapper 1950s kind of vibe going on, sort of. So, but yeah, he doesn't quite have the expression that I want him to yet, but it's okay for now. He has really, like, the way that I draw him anyway, he's supposed to have like really sort of strangely shaped eyebrows, and they're kind of thick and bushy and stuff. And anyway, yeah, so in case you're wondering, but anyway, enough about that, because I'm going to be rambling for quite a while in this video and I don't want to spend too much time on that. But anyway, you can also see that Faustus here is actually sitting on his back, which you can't see, but hopefully you can tell that from the video, sort of. But over there is Faustus, and I just want to do a little comparison between the two of them, and also to show you that he has a new wig on, which I'll get into a second. But you can't really tell in this video, unfortunately, since my camera reads white really strangely, or anything close to white. But my Zoom Centaur, which is, you know, Mr. Blue and White over there, dark blue and white and black. Anyway, he is really paper white, which I wasn't really expecting, because Zoom's cream white, as they call it, actually, you know, tends to have some cream undertones in it. But he is really stark white. And Faustus, on the other hand, definitely has some cream tones in him, and also, since he was made in 2011, I am fairly positive that he's yellowed a little bit. I'm kind of like 90% positive about that. But it's just really difficult to tell since the particular batch of cream white that my centaur is like really, really paper white. So yeah, they're really different in real life. Their colors are completely different. But that being said, they're actually perfect for the characters that they are, because my centaur, of course, is like, supposed to be stark white, and Faustus, his skin is rather opalescent, and it has yellowish undertones to it, and also blue and things like that. So, I mean, it's perfect for the characters, thank goodness, but it is very, very different, and it just kind of reminds me how old Faustus is and how new my centaur is. Anyway, but also about Faustus is that he's wearing the default wig that came with my Uno assist. It's just a white fur wig, and I'm actually really oh, he's not wearing his glasses, by the way, if you didn't notice. I took them off just because so you can see them better. But yeah, he's wearing the default wig from my Uno assist, and it actually looks really good on him. I'm quite surprised. It's funny that, my two Zoom shales, now both have white hair at the moment. But it looks really, really good with him. I don't know if I've explained this before in any of my drawings or on my drawing channel or whatever, or maybe here somewhere. I don't think I've explained this before, but Faustus, his hair is not naturally gray like the wigs that I usually have on him, and the way that I usually draw him. It's actually sort of like a navy-ish sort of cadet blue, the way he was born. That was what color it was. And because his sort of, how do I explain it? Because his sort of powers over heat and fire, they kind of, words, I can't ever think of the words. They kind of grow out of control, if that makes sense. And what it actually does is it bleaches a lot of the color out of his skin, out of pigmentation in his skin and hair and stuff and eyes. I can't explain things. But yeah, so it actually bleaches a lot of the pigmentation in him quite extensively over the years. So that's why when I usually draw him, the pictures that you've seen of him, he has gray hair and also yellow eyes. If I didn't mention, his eyes were naturally orange too when he was born. So that being said, throughout the course of his life, the pigmentation within his body gradually depletes. So his eyes become lighter, his skin doesn't really change too much, but his hair becomes a lot lighter. So reasonably, it is perfectly okay for me to have any kind of color hair on him within the range of, cadet blue to all the way to white. So, which would be, canon, so to speak. So I wanted to go ahead and try this, and it looks really nice on him. As much as I really like the gray wig that I have for him, I don't know, it's strange. I don't think it really works super well with the way that I paint his face, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It probably does, because it's probably really obvious. It doesn't look all that cohesive. But it's really difficult to capture his sort of skin tone and that kind of stuff, and then also with his hair. It's just really difficult. But I think the white hair suits him a lot better. I might actually, what I kind of want to do is actually get a white and blue one. Maybe I might try to tint this one blue a little bit. I'm not too sure. But yeah, for now it looks really nice on him, and I think that's probably what I'll have his doll form looking like for a while at least. Just because when you draw things and when you put them on a 3D canvas like the BJD, it's really difficult sometimes to sort of capture exactly the way you picture it, in your head, or in my case in a drawing. It doesn't always work exactly how I want it to, so sometimes you have to kind of change things a little bit. And for Faustus, this particular change would be completely canon. Although his hair is a lot shorter, but shh, don't pay attention to that. But anyway, enough rambling about that. I also wanted to go ahead and say that no, I haven't done a face up for any of my faceplates for my Uno Assist yet, unfortunately. Poor Fire. I'm still kind of getting over the shock of actually having an Unoa. I still kind of can't believe that I have him. It's just a little bit unreal and surreal, in a good way. It's a really good feeling, but I'm just kind of oh man, I have an Unoa, and he will be quite the project, because if I haven't mentioned it before, I'm going to attempt to body blush his entire body, because he'll need it to be, you know, canon, and then paint all of his faceplate. So it's quite the task that I have ahead of me, and I'm just going to be like, alright, I'm going to take my time, because I don't want to rush it and be really, really terrible. Because yeah, that would be a lot of work to do, and then be like, nope, and then redo all of it. It would take forever and waste a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, you know, taking it slow with him. But when I do a face up or something on him, I will definitely show you guys. But anyway, that's pretty much it for, like, I don't know, like, these guys, my new dolls updates, I guess. I guess I'll make another video, just sort of update on other things that I've been doing, and just sort of ramble about other little dolly things, because this video is already 10 minutes. But yeah, in the next video I'll sort of update about, like, where I am in the hobby, and my plans, and all that kind of good stuff, and stuff I'm waiting on, and that kind of thing. So thank you guys so much for watching, if you did, and I'm really sorry for rambling. I always do, I deeply apologize. But yeah, so, I don't know, tell me what you guys think of my matching Zoom shales over here, who are like doppelgangers. It's hilarious. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and